cuff. For those of you who don't know me, which is, I believe, every one of you, I retired out of the United States Navy after 20 years of naval service, just about 5 months ago. Yeah, a lot of people, they give me the, no way is this guy retired. I entered the Navy at 17 years old, and I retired at 37 years old. So, post-Navy, trying to figure out what I want to do with my life. And believe it or not, politics is definitely not the realm that I envisioned my life going. What I envisioned my life going was retiring to a small farm in Missouri and raising chickens and goats. That's really what I wanted to do. After 20 years of military service, I'd had enough, and I really wanted a more simplistic lifestyle. But due to events that unfolded throughout my military career, my last 2 years of the Navy, I went through a really bad divorce. I'm still in an ongoing custody battle, if you will, where I'm not fighting to take my children, I'm fighting to be a father in my children's lives. And it's something that I don't believe America has fully embraced, the sheer problem and the epidemic with which our society is facing in this issue. Some people, when they hear me speak about this, because I speak so passionately towards it, they believe that I'm a single issue person, and that is the furthest thing from the truth. What I am is focused on what I believe is the #1 issue in our nation, and that is the fact that we have over 23 million children growing up without a biological parent in this country. And it's not by accident, it's by design. It's by absolute design. And I can pinpoint it to you, and I can show you how this system works to a T. And it's everything with which the previous speaker was alluding to, is that the corruption and the bureaucracy in our country is so overwhelming that we're so desensitized to what's right in front of us every single day. You don't even know it, but your Social Security is being drained, funneled through Title IV D&E of the Social Security Act to incentivize states to take you as a parent, whether you're a mother or a father, take you out of your children's lives to put a child support order in place. While very noble in nature, what they're essentially doing is they're ensuring federal funding comes out of your Social Security that you work hard to pay into, that should be there when you retire. It's being funneled out and sent to the states, oftentimes right into their general fund where it's nearly untraceable afterwards. And it's to the detriment of our society and our community. It is legitimately, I believe, the #1 health issue in our country. Because what happens when you have children growing up without a biological parent, whether a mother or a father? We don't have statistics that tell us what happens on a large scale when we take children from their moms. But we have this on dads because it's been occurring for decades. Now, please don't confuse. I am not anti-mom. I'm pro-parent and I'm pro-children. What happens when we take children away from one parent, a loving parent who merely wants to raise their kids? What do we have? We have a prison system that is just overburdensome. We have a for-profit prison system. We have civil courts that circumvent the Constitution. They circumvent due process, all so that they can make a buck off of taking your children from you and preventing you a God-given right to raise your kids. That is why I'm involved in politics. Being a libertarian, again, I consider myself Republican for many years. I kind of towed that party line. I had more conservative leanings, but again, I didn't care if somebody, about gay marriage. Not my business. It's your business. If you want to smoke pot, I don't care. If you're not a threat to your neighbor and those around you, I really don't give a damn what you do. It's none of my business. And I don't like government intruding into my home, into my business, and how I want to raise my family. It's not their place. And so, realizing what I had done for 20 years, what I believed I was doing for 20 years was fighting to defend the Constitution, to defend constitutional freedoms that are there, that are put in place to protect our rights that we do not derive from the government. We do not derive our rights from the Constitution. The Constitution is there to prevent the government from infringing upon those rights. Period. And when I realized, when I had a judge look me in my eyes, he looked me in my eyes, and I'm standing there in uniform, and he put an order of protection on me, preventing me from seeing or speaking to my children because of my activism to reform the family law system. He said that 3 pictures of me, one picture of me holding a sign that says, I paid $25,000 in attorney fees over $1,000 a month in child support. He said that that was threatening to my ex-wife. His attempt, and what he made very clear, is that he wanted to silence that with which I had fought for 20 years. And so I clarified with him. I asked him, do I understand you correctly to say it is your intent to punish me for expressing the First Amendment right that I fought for 20 years? And with a smile and a smirk on his face, he laughed and said, yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do to you. And it was right then and there I knew my military service was not over. I could no longer wear my military uniform, but my service wasn't done. I still owe a service to my country, and that's why I'm here today, right now.